Hey, how's it going, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be focusing on index and match. An index and match is when you use it together, it's a great formula. Um, it works kind of similar to a lookup, but it allows you to go backwards, and yeah, it's just a bit more effective, what I think, anyways. So I'm going to show you how we can use those in our everyday lives, and hopefully benefit from them. So let's get straight into it. So in the first example, I'm just going to show you how to use a index and match formula. So the way I normally start, the way I like to start the formula is I like to break it down. So I like to do my match first and then add on the index. So let me show you what I mean. So in this explanation here, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be finding the month for this country, Canada. So we're going to be using this data set here, and we're going to be pulling back the value into this cell that we've got highlighted there. And we're going to be using the index and match. So, the way I like to start is, so if we go equals, I like to do the match first. So match is just a nice way of breaking it down. So equals match, open bracket. So your lookup value is the month, and then we want to comma. Lookup array. So your lookup array is basically, it's the section where you're looking up from. So what you're trying to see is that month where it matches within the section you're looking up from. So I'm going to F4 on that because it's important to F4. Well, I like to do it all the time because there's been occasions where you don't F4 and you start dragging formulas down, and basically it gets your formulas out of filter because it pulls. If you don't lock your cells, it starts to pull the formulas down. So anyways, let's do that. So comma again, and what you can do, it gives you options here. So 1 is less than, 0 is exact match, and 1 is greater than. So in this instance, and pretty much always when we use the index and match formulas, we want an exact match, so 0. Okay, so that now returns a 1. So all that's saying is that basically it's the first one in your section there. Yep. And now what we're going to do is, so it's index and match. So we want to add in the index now. Index, open bracket, and your index is basically where it's anywhere where you're trying to look up your value from. So in this instance, it is our value section, our value column. So I'm going to highlight all of that all the way down, F4, comma, and just go to the end here and close brackets. And that then brings back the 337, which is the value that we're looking at there. And if we change the date, December 14, 345, test it again, November 14, 491. So yeah, that's working. But anyways, what I've done now is I've set up another table, and what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be looking up by country and by month in this table right here. So we've got the country information, we've got month, and again we want to pull back the value. So the way we want to do that is similar but slightly different. So let me jump straight into it. So if we do equals, and again I like to start with the match, to match. So your lookup value is it's going to be, so in this instance it's going to be Canada, it's going to be your country, and you want to do an ampersand, what's that and sign there, and click on your month and F4 on that because you want to lock that cell. And your lookup array is basically going to be your country column. So all the way down, you can do Control Shift down, F4, and your month column, Control Shift down, F4. And again, we want exact match, 0, and enter. Now this is a unique array formula. It's a two-way lookup. So what you have to do is click into into the formula bar and Control Shift Enter, and then that basically now starts pulling back a number. And in the same way that we done, the same fashion that we done it before, we want to add our index, and our index is going to be our value. So all the way down, F4, comma, yes, and again it's got an error, but then we need to do our little trick, Control Shift Enter, and it brings back the value there. And now if I drag that formula down and just F2, just make sure it's definitely working. So yep, that's working right there. Oh, Control Shift Enter. So yeah, there we go, and that's a two-way lookup, index and match. We change that, test it out. Sure enough, it pulls back the correct information there. So Canada, December 345, France, December 314, and Germany 529. So yeah, there's a two-way index and match. And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And please hit subscribe, and I'll keep the material coming. Thanks a lot.